Ladies and gentlemen, we have our official NBA 2K25 Victor Wembanyama build. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This is probably gonna be the most fun build on 2K25. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I cannot wait to take this thing to the park. No build above 7 foot should be able to do these things here. And I'm telling you, just like Victor Wembanyama himself, man, this build right here is an alien. And I can't wait to share it with you guys, man. But anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. We have a lot more videos on the way since 2K25 is right around the corner. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get straight into it. Okay, starting with our physicals, position is obviously going to be a center, and for the height, I went with 7'1". Now, I'm sure some of you guys have probably already seen a few Wemby builds out there, and a lot of them range between 7 foot all the way up to 7'3", but I personally thought that 7'1" was going to be the best and most optimal for this build. For our weight, we're going to go with 222 pounds because this is what allows us to get a 92 defensive rebound and also gold rebound chaser. As you guys can see right here, with 221 pounds, we only get a 91 defensive rebound and only a silver rebound chaser. So you definitely want to keep that at 222. And then for wingspan, we are going to go with 7'7". Okay, so now I actually have two different versions of this build, which I'm both going to show to you guys. And then I'm also going to talk about the changes that I probably should have made, because obviously I made this build during community day, and looking back at it, there are definitely a few things that I want to tweak, but this still serves as a very solid template anyway for a Wembanyama build. Anyway, as you guys can see right now, so far we have a 77 3-point and an 82 mid-range, and then for my standing dunk, I definitely want to bump this all the way up to at least a 90, which is eventually going to give us rise up, and then driving dunk, we're going to up this a little bit as well, all the way up to a 75. For our vertical, we want to move this to a 65. As you guys can see right there, that gave us bronze posterizer. Moving on to our block rating, this is not going to be a complete Wemby build unless we have a crazy high block rating. And that is why I have actually chosen to put my block at a 97. And as you guys can see right there, that also gave us Hall of Fame paint patroller. Oh, and by the way, you also need an interior defense of an 84 alongside that 97 block in order to get Hall of Fame paint patroller. Anyway, moving on to our defensive rebound, I want to max this all the way to its max potential of a 92, and that should also allow us to get gold rebound chaser. Offensive rebound, I also maxed this out all the way to a 90. Moving on to pass accuracy, when making my Wemby build, I thought to myself, I actually really wanted to give this a high pass accuracy, because in my head, I kind of wanted to use this Wemby build in the 5s as well. So at first, as you can see right here, I was kind of experimenting, seeing if I could get Hall of Fame break starter on my Wemby build, but sadly it was a little bit too expensive, so I actually lowered it to 87. And with that 87 pass accuracy, that is still when you get gold break starter, which will still be solid anyway if I was to use this build on the 5s. And we also got bronze bailout, bronze versatile visionary, and gold dimer. I mean, although I primarily will probably just use this Wemby build in the park, in case I do use it for the 5s as well, just so I can use it for a bit of everything, I decided to model my Wemby build a little bit closer to a typical 5v5 center who has like a high pass accuracy. However, if you're not really interested in bringing this Wemby build into the 5s and purely just want to use it for the park, this pass accuracy can definitely go down, maybe even to like a 75, and then we can spend those points elsewhere. But anyway, we'll speak more about the changes that I actually want to make with this build a little bit later. But for now, let's finish making the build. So next up, we got post control, and this one's actually really important because you want to have at least a 79. As you guys can see right there, as soon as we got to 79 post control, we got gold post fade phenom. And this one's actually a very important badge for this Wemby build, because you are definitely going to be shooting a lot of post fades and hop shots on this build. Next up, you want to go all the way down to strength and get at least a 72 so that we can unlock bronze brick wall. We still want to be able to set screens on this build. Obviously, it is not going to be a full-on just ISO 7-foot build. This build is probably going to thrive the most in 2s and 3s, so you definitely want to have at least a bronze brick wall to set some screens. And then, ladies and gentlemen, for version 1 of this Wemby build, this is the stats, our final stats that I have. And although before we proceed, I still want to talk about the possible changes that I definitely want to make to this build. First of all, I realized I made a crucial mistake because I didn't actually end up touching my speed with ball. I mean, a 34 speed with ball is extremely low, and we definitely want to get that up at least to a 50. And maybe if I even up my ball handle a little bit so we can try to get that to 60, that would also be pretty great. So I was thinking if I was to lower my block, maybe say it's like a 93, probably lower my offensive rebound as well, because I've already got a 92 defensive rebound. I don't think I'm going to touch that. I can probably lower my offensive rebound to say like an 80, and that right there should definitely be enough so that I can up my speed with ball and my ball handle a little bit, and maybe even my speed and agility. And then I can just use my cap breakers later on to bring my block back up to 97. Anyway, let's move on to version 2 of this Wembanyama build. As you guys can see right here, our standing dunk, instead of a 90 from the previous one, is at a 95. A 95 standing dunk is what allows you to get Hall of Fame rise up, and that is why I went with this rating. This one also has a slightly higher mid-range at 84 and a slightly higher 3 at 78. And as you guys can see right there, the change that I said that I would make to the first one, I've done in the second one right here by lowering my block to a 93. That still allows me to get gold paint patroller. But however, even in this second version of the build, I still also made the same crucial mistake. Didn't touch my speed with ball. So I definitely, in this scenario right here, I will lower my offensive rebound to say like an 80, and then in turn up my speed with ball and maybe my ball handle up a little bit as well. And even if that wasn't enough, I can probably still lower my pass accuracy as well from 87 all the way down to a 75, because 75 you still get silver break starter, and by then I definitely should have enough to up my speed with ball, my ball handle, as well as my speed and a little bit of my agility as well. Those right there are probably the major changes that I would make. But when I made this build at community day, these were the final stats that I had for my second version of the build. But both versions, I think, are still a very, very solid template for anybody that makes a Wemby build, especially with the changes that I spoke about. But anyway, let me know in the comments below, what would you change about this build? How would you make it better? Let me know your thoughts, or let me know who else has a better Wemby build. But anyway, as you guys can see right there, we have shades of Marcus Camby, Victor Wembanyama, of course, and Domantas Sabonis, and our build name is a 3-level scoring playmaker. Not a bad name at all, but I feel like after I make those changes that I was speaking about, it could potentially change the final build name, who knows. But anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys found this helpful. We are officially less than a week until NBA 2K25 comes out, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure you guys have already seen the city trailer and have seen many of the great additions they're bringing to 2K25, like the OG courts, the brand new ranked mode, the new stage, everything. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I don't think I have been this excited for any new 2K in a very, very long time. I think so far they have done an incredible job for 2K25. Hopefully the game is amazing. At the end of the day, it's always going to come down to the gameplay. But yeah, I definitely can't wait to play, and I most certainly can't wait to bring my Wemby build onto the park. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.